My name is Cameron Hafer. I'm 18 years old, and this is a documentary of my life and my journey to college. I was born on the 25th of January 2004 in Sacramento, California, where I grew up. I was lucky enough to have two loving parents and an amazing sister who is about 3 years older than me. My early life was very peaceful and quiet, consisting of camping trips every so often as a family, and my introduction into sports. Sports were a core part of my childhood, trying out almost every notable sport, including football, soccer, baseball, basketball, and track and field. Even though I tried out all of these sports, there was really one that truly clicked with me, and that was soccer. Played a lot of competitive soccer growing up, but every so often I'd take a year break and wind down in a recreational league. While this hurt my potential as a soccer player, I really felt the exhaustion that comes with competitive sports. Traveling on the weekends just to get to a game, practicing multiple times a week, all while trying to be a kid, made the balance difficult. But in the end, I continued as my passion with soccer outweighed any negatives. Getting into middle school, I decided to follow my sister into West Charter School, a performing and fine arts academy. This was an interesting move as I had no experience in the arts besides piano lessons for a month that I completely forgot as a kid, and a drum set that my mom got for Christmas that sat idly in our living room before being given away to a friend. The arts are a graduation requirement at the school, so I knew I had to find a path to follow, initially joining the video game production class. But I also decided to try out music one more time. This was where in 7th grade I picked up the trumpet for the first time. I had no idea what impact this one class would take on my life, easily becoming one of my greatest passions. Right around this time, I also joined the Boy Scouts of America, following in the footsteps of my father before me. This was an amazing time, being able to go on campouts, hang out with friends, all while going to some beautiful places and hikes, and also winning some competitions against other scout troops. As the years went on, I finally entered high school, continuing into almost charter. I kept up with soccer, Boy Scouts, and started to focus more on my academics, but I also started getting more involved in our school's music scene. This is where I found my core friend group and was able to further develop my musical ability. I joined multiple different groups, including advanced jazz band, symphonic orchestra, percussion ensemble, and our jazz combo. Joining these bands gave me countless different amazing opportunities, performing in Disneyland, various competitions, bringing back trophies of course, and even our jazz combo being hired to play at wedding anniversaries, Black History Month celebrations, and a couple others. Finally getting paid as a musician, which was an amazing feeling. This was all going amazing, but halfway through my sophomore year of high school, COVID-19 hit, which changed absolutely everything. At first, I was having a blast. My friends and my family, we got to go to online school in pajamas, joining a call with friends in the same classes throughout the day, and playing video games during school. My school even had a new rule put in place for the rest of the school year, not allowing our grades to be lowered in any way, paving the way for me to obtain my first set of straight A's. This gave me the ambition to continue that pattern for the rest of high school. But unfortunately, it did not last long. It began to sink in that this was going to last a lot longer than a few weeks, months, or even a couple years. My competitive soccer team disbanded, I could no longer practice music with others, Boy Scouts got put on hold, and I could no longer talk to my friends or my girlfriend in person. This destroyed me mentally, and made life move slow and painfully, with the seemingly impending doom of a virus that killed millions of people worldwide. I lazed around playing video games and watching YouTube all day, not having the energy or will to be productive much at all. But there was one task that for some reason I was able to keep up, and I enjoyed, and that was learning Japanese. I started learning Japanese just before COVID had started, because I thought it'd be cool to be able to speak with my best friend, who happened to be Japanese, in a public setting with no one being able to understand us. The seemingly silly reason somehow kept me motivated for a while, as I tried to understand one of the most difficult languages in the world, until I developed a personal connection with the language, allowing me to study even harder than before. I continued with these studies until I was finally able to return to school in person. Returning to school in person was a big win for me, although during COVID I did get some stuff done. I got my first job working at Round Table Pizza, switching jobs after about 6 months to work at the Spa Doctor, where I worked for the next 2 years until I left for college. I took time to study a new language, Japanese. I managed to make a new habit of earning straight A's, which helped me get into college. And honestly, at this point in time, I could not be more happy. The only problem is that COVID did not disappear with the turn of in person schooling. There were strict rules for another year and a couple more outbreaks of this virus, which led me into my senior year. And this year, I got to focus on showing what I learned over the past 18 years of my life. Everything leading up to this moment, and I finally got to show off a little bit. I made a website displaying my progress learning Japanese for the past 3 years, which will be next to this video. I got my Eagle Scout Award, the highest award in Boy Scouts of America. My soccer team won the end of this year tournament, playing with some of my closest friends during that season. I received my school's Renaissance Award, which I publicly had my high school achievements displayed in an award ceremony. I earned the Seal of Civic Engagement, a recognition of my public service through community service over the years. I joined the National Honor Society based on my academic and leadership achievements. And lastly, at the end of my journey, I attended graduation and received what I worked so hard my entire life for, my high school diploma. It's kind of surreal looking back on my life now as a first-year student at Cal Poly SLO, and thinking of all these experiences and memories that I made, never being able to go back to them. But I'm satisfied with what I've done so far. I really do look forward to what I'm going to accomplish in the future. My name's Cameron Hafer, 18 years old, and this is a documentary of my life, my journey to college. Hope you enjoyed.